Hey, Facebook Live, welcome. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. God is so faithful. This is a new week, a new day, and welcome to Nora's Word. This is where we share all of our different views, what we are going through in the world. As a family life coach, I believe this is where I'm able to express myself on situations and things that are happening around us. So welcome again. We're going to just give a shout out to those who are not connected. Share the video, tag a friend, tell them we are on here to discuss something today. We'll be talking about how to choose your partner and how to choose them well and make some great decisions for those who are not married yet. And so tag a friend, call somebody who was planning on getting married. Or maybe you got a child who is already maybe of age to get married. You're thinking, how does my son get a wife? How does my daughter get a spouse? This is the time to tag somebody and let's discuss about that. So let's give a few minutes to people who will be coming on, and then we're going to get right into the topic. I'll be on for just few minutes. Tell somebody we're not going to be on here forever. So tag somebody and tell them we are on for our show of today. Bonjour et bienvenue à mon monde. Aujourd'hui, c'est dimanche. Je suis très heureuse. C'est moi, Noha, en tout cas, ton coach familial. Aujourd'hui, nous allons parler d'un sujet très important. Comment choisir son conjoint. C'est sérieux. Comment choisir son conjoint? Si tu n'es pas encore marié et tu cherches à te marier, c'est le moment d'écouter. Il y a des choses qui se passent dans le monde et nous devons vraiment partager ces moments ensemble. En tout cas, appelez un ami ou une amie, partage le vidéo, dis-leur que nous sommes en train de parler de comment choisir son conjoint. En tout cas, ce n'est pas comme sérieux, mais des choses qui sont vraiment vraies. Nous allons parler de tout et de rien sur ce plafond. Je ne serai pas là tout pour longtemps. Donc, si tu veux écouter, partage la vidéo, connecte-toi. Okay. So, how do you choose your partner? You know, there is just so much going on in the world. We are in the 21st century, and it's kind of weird, crazy when you see what is happening around us, around the world. People who get married to somebody because of maybe their skin color, maybe because of where they're from, maybe their tribe, maybe the country they come from, or maybe from their own village, or maybe from their own town. A lot of people get married for different kinds of reasons. If you have a reason, just comment in that comment box. What do you think we should get married for? What is it for? Is it because we want to be happy? Is it because we want to make sure we keep our legacy together? Is it because we want to make somebody else happy? Is it because we want to make sure that we will keep our roots going? What are you getting married for? Share your comment with me in that box. I'd like to know. And so a lot of people just getting married, and before you know it, things are falling apart. There's a man of God that I listen to, and I love him so much. He said, when you're about to get married to a man or a woman, make sure you ask 1,500 questions. Isn't that incredible? And maybe you would tell me, okay, when I was getting married, I got married maybe in the 19th century, in the 20th century. There was no time for technology. There was no time to have all of this time to ask questions. But it is still important right now. You can teach your grandchildren, teach your own children on how to do it. You know, it's kind of like very shocking when I hear parents who will say, oh, I don't want to get involved with my children's life. Now that they're adults, they can decide for themselves. No, that's wrong. You can start teaching your kids when they're so young on how to choose their life partner. And also, still not being too involved with them when they reach at that age. You say, okay, you have to choose the person that I want. I believe you can still have your input. What does that mean? Your child is 29 or 30 and they have to get married. They have to go and find a mentor outside to come a mentor. They don't have to get married. There's something wrong. You should be the first person that they will run to and say, hey, dad, hey, mom, I want to get married. And I found this lady and I found this guy. What do you think I should do? What should be my first, maybe the first thing I should look at before getting married to that person? They shouldn't find somebody else outside. You will say, okay, because I'm the parent, they might not listen. But what I'm telling you is a child who you are counseling, if you are a coach, like as a coach, we are advised not to coach people who are into our inner circle because they will never want to respect you or trust you. So, but if you are coaching your child or your family member, make sure you coach them like you are coaching anybody from outside. Give them all of the respect that is due them. Make sure they are treated just like a client. Because if you have a client that you are coaching, remember they have answers to all of the questions they will be bringing before you. If a client comes to a coach to pay for a coach to coach them, they come with their own questions. They come with their own answers. They already know everything. So what you do as a coach is you are there to listen. And so if your child comes to you to say, oh, I want to get married, you have to learn to listen. And I know it's a little bit hard for us Africans because we want to always be the ones to impose stuff on our kids. We want to say, oh, you have to do it my way. Yeah, I know. I love the culture, and I'm somebody who is very, very old school. But we found ourselves in the 21st century. And the kids are growing up in different places. Let's assume maybe you live in Europe, or maybe you live in the Americas, or maybe you live somewhere in Asia or Australia, wherever you find yourself. And the kids are so much developed in those places. But mind you, even in the deepest part of Africa, kids are getting developed too because there's technology everywhere. All of those kids in Africa who live even in the forest have Facebook. And they watch a lot of stuff on Google. And now everybody aspires to be somebody better. So mind you, don't ever put in your mind saying the person who you're going to get married to, maybe someone where in the village in Africa does not know anything. That's a lie. It's not true at all, because everybody is being informed and everybody has a desire. Everybody is aspiring on how to become greater. So if you're going to get married to somebody, make sure, even if the person is in the deepest part of the Middle East, don't ever tell yourself they don't know what they want. They know what they already want. So you have to make sure you choose right. So let me give you an example. There are so many things going on around us, around here, where we found a lot of people who live in the diaspora going to get married to somebody maybe back home. Pour ceux qui parlent français, vous ne pas encore oublier, on parle de ceux qui viennent le mariage, comment trouver son conjoint. Et comme je le disais tantôt, nous sommes dans le 21e siècle. Et ne dis pas que je vais me marier à quelqu'un, je suis en Europe, je suis aux États-Unis, je suis en Asie, et je vais aller marier une fille ou bien un homme qui se trouve en Afrique. Je disais, les Africains même sont plus, les yeux sont plus ouverts même que ceux qui sont dans les occidentaux. En Afrique, il y a le Facebook. Il y a toutes sortes de moyens de vraiment écouter et voir ce qui se passe dans le monde entier. Donc, les Africains même sont quand même développés. Ils sont informés. Ils savent ce qu'ils veulent. Aujourd'hui, les Africains, eux-mêmes, ils savent, en tout cas, comment poursuivre leur destinée. Donc, ne dis pas que parce qu'ils sont en Afrique, ils ne connaissent rien. C'est une erreur. Et la plupart des personnes qui voyagent font ces erreurs-là. Et ça entend en tout cas amener les dégâts partout parce qu'ils ne savent pas vraiment comment jongler en j'aimerais bien me marier à telle personne et je vais marier à certain niveau. Je ne sais pas comme si j'ai parlé bien le français. Donc, il faut que tu saches ce que tu veux avant de partir marier une fille ou bien un garçon quand tu vas aller en Afrique. Parce qu'eux aussi sont en train de se développer. Développe-toi d'abord avant de partir. So, as I was saying, maybe you want to go get married and you are thinking, okay, I'm going to get married to this girl. She's in Africa. This girl is going to school, just as you are going to school. So make sure you know the level of education you have before you go to get married to somebody. I know people will say it's not because of school that we have to get married, right? It's not because the person has degrees or whatever it is. But I believe you have to have everything in place. Let's assume, for example, you guys who grew up together, you were childhood friends, and you divided when you graduated from high school. And then maybe you decided to just go and just grab a job and start to work. And the girl decided to go to school, and now she got her bachelor's degree, she got a master's degree, and you are still working in a factory. And then you and this girl meet one day, you decide to propose to her. And you're going to get married to her. In the beginning, she's going to accept what you're going to be saying because at the time, she's still like, okay, she's still in love. But she comes to find out after a year, 2, 3, you guys, that's where people come on and say we're not compatible anymore. Compatibility is not, it has to be dealt with in the beginning of the relationship. Let me tell you something. You have to make sure you ask all of the questions. Make sure you find out the person that I'm getting married to, what's their level of education? What's their family background? Who is he? Where is his mom from? Those are questions that are very relevant. People might feel it's being like you're trying to kind of like deep into somebody's life, but it's good to know because you're not going to get married to somebody you're not going to know anything about. Donc, comme je le disais, avant de épouser un homme, demande les 1500 questions. C'est très important. 1500. D'où tu viens? Qui est ta mère? Qui est ton père? Quels sont tes niveaux d'éducation? En tout cas, tu as eu quel diplôme? Tu travailles où? Tu as maison? Tu fais quoi actuellement? Toutes ces questions sont très importantes. Parce que si tu ne poses pas des questions, tu risques de tourner ton dos sur le mariage après 5 ans ou 10 ans. Parce que voilà, toi, tu as déjà peut-être tu as un doctorat ou bien une maîtrise. Et tu trouves un gars qui a un nouveau BPC. Et vous êtes dans la même maison. Voici, après 5 ans, tu es peut-être dans une société où tu es devenu manager de cette société-là. Tu dois sortir avec ton époux et vous partez. Le monsieur, même pour causer avec les amis, c'est tellement difficile pour lui parce qu'il ne sait même pas comment s'exprimer. Ça fait honte. Donc, si tu décides de marier ce monsieur qui est au niveau CP ou bien BPC, pousse-le à aller à l'école. C'est une des raisons. Pousse-le à aller à l'école. Like I was saying, so if you are somebody who has, like I was saying, that a girl maybe has a master's degree or BSc, and you maybe just graduated from high school, maybe you just finished maybe junior high school, and then you get married to a girl who has a BSc degree, or maybe she has a master's degree. And after 2 or 3 years, it's going to be beautiful. But after a couple of years, you will find out that there's going to be some issues of complex going on in the marriage, because it's very difficult, because you cannot. Okay, so I'm trying to read the messages at the same time. Okay, so yeah. Hey, thank you, sir. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you so much, Pastor Wally. Thank you. And so, like I was saying, so if you want to get married to the girl and she has a master's degree, or maybe she has a BSc degree, you cannot keep your junior high level certificate and want to get married to that girl. You have to make sure you work on yourself. Because after 1 or 2, 3 years, there's going to be some question of incompatibility. Are we not incompatible anymore? I can't go with this man anyway because he cannot even express himself as he should. She might be in love with you for certain reasons. But on the other hand, there are issues going on with her taking you places. Or maybe you taking her places. Because your kind of gathering, the kind of place you want to go will not be where she wants to go. Her level of education is so way wider than yours. And so, like I was saying in French, if you want to keep that man as your husband, encourage him to go back to school. Before you even think about maybe getting married, or maybe if you guys just get married, it's not about having children right away. Go back to school as the man. And so I'm going to talk to a lot of men today. As the head of the home, a woman wants a man who can educate her. Do not allow your wife to be the one who will be ahead of you. It's good. But I will always prefer that men will educate themselves to educate their family. If your wife has a BSc degree, have a master's degree. If she has a master's, get a PhD. So that tomorrow when you guys are talking, it's not going to be about daddy does not know anything. I have to be teaching him stuff. Women, we have this nature of wanting to control. You saw it in the beginning. Eve was controlling Adam in the garden. It's just natural. Sometimes it's not because we want to be bad or want to be maybe rude or maybe disrespectful. It's a nature that is already in us to control stuff. We know we are the helpmate. We're supposed to be helping, but the time comes we want to just overdo everything without even knowing it. So you as the man, you have to work on yourself. Donc, comme je le disais auparavant, si tu es une femme un homme qui veut épouser une femme, travaille sur toi. Va à l'école. Si ta femme a un niveau peut-être... comment je peux dire ça? Elle a un niveau de maîtrise. Il faut avoir le doctorat. Parce que si tu veux enseigner ta femme, il faut que tu sois à un niveau plus élevé qu'elle. La femme a une nature, en tout cas, de pouvoir contrôler sans le savoir. Yes, this is very correct, sir. That's true. Your social and educational compatibility is very important. I agree with you. It is very important. You have to have that social and educational level to be able to control, to be able to be in charge if you want to as a man. So you have to make sure you educate yourself properly to be a man, to be able to lead that house, because the woman is watching you. Because when a woman begins to have degree upon degree upon degree, before you know it, pride begin to come in. It might not be a pride or maybe being rude to the husband, but the pride of her being the wife, that natural thing that she's already born with will begin to come over her. She wants to be in control. It takes the grace of God that a woman who has a very high level education will be very, very low and down to earth if not a man. It takes grace. I am telling you, it takes the grace of God. That's why you see in our society today, a lot of people are getting divorced because the women are not even willing to put themselves to that level. I have so many testimonies upon testimonies every day. A woman who has gone and gotten a master's degree, the husband is still having his high school diploma and he's not willing to go back to school. And he feels he's making money, so he doesn't care. But it doesn't really work that way. So it's very important that you have to educate yourself as a man. Make sure you get certificate every time. Even if you have a PhD, do some graduate programs and keep informing yourself. That's why the Bible will tell you, study to show yourself approval. Every day, you have to study. Nobody is too old to learn. And so if you are a man who wants to be in charge, make sure you are in charge socially, in charge educational-wise, in charge in every way. And so marriage becomes easier to really live. Because let me tell you something, a lot of women are finding themselves being abused and being living very in struggle because they find themselves in those kind of homes. I'm not trying to kind of like to say it the other way, but here is a lady who goes to school and educate herself so much, and then she falls in love with a man who has a level of education. Okay, she said yes to get married to this guy. And they find themselves going through struggle because the guy is not willing to even work on himself by going back to school. Sometimes those ladies, they will keep pushing the guy, but he doesn't want to go to school. So what does she do? So I believe it's very important that as a man, you have to work on yourself. And then to the ladies, most of them too, that you have enough patience to be able to say, okay, since I already got married to this man, let me try to push him as long as I can to make sure he keep working on himself. They don't have that much patience. So you find out that they begin to kind of like look outside of the box. Now they're not compatible. She will start to listen to her friends at the place of her job. They will start telling her how she has to kind of like find herself another way of getting out of the marriage. And then you end up in getting divorced. I heard a story about a lady who was telling me that when she first came, she traveled and she came to meet her now husband. That when she got to where she is, the husband, she didn't have her account in the nation, so she had to go through the guy to make sure she opened all of the accounts she had. So he was having the account open for them as a family. So when she was working, she had to kind of put all the money into his account. He was managing the money. But before you know it, after 5 years, 10 years, now her eyes are opening. She's like, okay, I can open my own account. Now that I have that level of education, I can open my own account. So this is what I was saying. So don't think if you bring a woman from maybe from Africa or somewhere and say she doesn't have any education and you're going to maybe use her for 5, 10 years, 15 years. It's not going to last forever. So my thing here is just work on yourself. Donc, comme je disais auparavant, j'ai tellement parlé longtemps en anglais. Comme je disais auparavant, je dis le même sujet. Un homme qui veut garder une femme et qui veut épouser une femme, il faut t'assurer de travailler sur toi-même. Va à l'école. En tout cas, éduque-toi au niveau très élevé. Il faut avoir les diplômes sur les diplômes sur les diplômes. Parce qu'un homme qui veut gérer une maison, qui veut gérer ses enfants et son épouse, doit être à mesure d'avoir une éducation plus élevée que tous ses enfants ou même que son épouse. Parce que tu dois être celui que tout le monde regarde en tant qu'un père, le chef de la maison. Donc, il faut aller à l'école. Assure-toi de toujours chercher un moyen d'apprendre de nouvelles choses. Parce que tout le monde te regarde en tant qu'un père. Donc, celui qui veut se marier, peut-être tu es une femme ou peut-être un homme. En tout cas, je vous donne, de mon niveau aujourd'hui, je vous donne un petit conseil. En tant que coach, il faut savoir avec qui tu épouses, son niveau social, éducation, sa famille. C'est très important. Ne dis pas que ça ne dit rien. Oh, on est en France. Oh non, on est à Londres. On est aux États-Unis, ça ne fait rien. Tout ça là compte beaucoup. Parce que si tu ne sais pas avec qui tu es en train d'épouser, après 5 ans, 10 ans, le mariage tombe et voici, tu es en train de divorcer après 15 ans, 20 ans. Tu as gâché ta vie pour rien. Donc, il est mieux de poser la question dès maintenant avant d'entrer dans le mariage. Ou bien si tu es déjà dans le mariage et ça ne va pas, mon cher, vas-y à l'école. Allez-y à l'école. Cherche comment vous allez vraiment vous bâtir encore à nouveau. Il n'est jamais trop tard. Jamais trop tard. Commence à nouveau et asseyez-vous et puis parlez. So like I was saying earlier on, and maybe if you guys already married and you're going through some struggles in your marriage and you found out that maybe because of the level of compatibility, you guys are not just understanding each other, it's never too late. For me, I always say divorce is not an option. It's not about walking away. It's about sitting down and discussing what we want to do for our lives. How can we better ourselves in our marriage? It's very common. Okay, maybe you say, okay, my husband is going to go to school, and after I'm going to go back to school, he's done. I will take care of the kids. If you guys have bills to share, for those who live maybe in foreign countries, it's kind of very difficult when you guys live in a country where you have to pay a lot of bills. I know people pay bills everywhere all over the world, but if you guys live together, we pay bills. Make sure that if one partner is going to school, the other one can be able to take care of the bills full time. And when that person is done, the other one can be able to take care of the bills full time, and the other person can go to school and pay maybe their car note or whatever it is. I know it is not easy. Getting married is one of the things that a man have to choose right in his life. I mean, when I mean man, both way, man and woman, it's not something that you do that you have to walk out of tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to try it. If it works and I will stay in. If it doesn't work and I'm going to get out. It's not a getting out game. It's a lifetime life. It's a lifetime thing. You are having children, and those kids are looking at you as an example. Marriage is not something you just say, okay, it's an error and try. Let me just go try it and I'm going to get out. You have to plan it very well. Ask all of those questions. Make sure your date be as sweet as ever. Don't go be sitting here and be talking about things that doesn't matter. Oh, as coronavirus. And yeah, it's good. Talk about coronavirus, but ask questions about yourself. It's very important. This is the time to know who you're getting married to. Where is he coming from? What are his goals for the next 5, 10 years? What are his plans? What are his visions? Because let me tell you, any man who does not have a vision cannot lead a family. What is a man's vision? What are you thinking about as a wife? Can your vision enter into this man's vision? Because let me tell you, at the head of the home, he's going to bring his vision. Let's assume your husband is a pastor, and then he wants to pastor a church. So that there will not be confusion in the next 10 years. He gives a vision. You guys sit on the table and discuss. Okay, I want to be myself. Maybe you're a minister of God tomorrow. How can we work together as a couple? I have seen in a country where I used to be before, I have seen a husband and wives stand on the pulpit and fight each other. Who's going to preach the message? No, I'm telling you a true story. It has happened. Where people fight each other for the microphone. I'm the one who's called by God. You're not called. So it's about time we know how to to handle our marriages before we get into them. Let's discuss everything. Okay, maybe we didn't start on that principle. It's never too late to start. You can start tonight. Go on a date. Take a trip somewhere. Go and sit down and say, okay, we already have 10 children. But we see that things are not working as it should. How can we work this team out? Okay, maybe you find a counselor. Find a family counselor who will come and counsel you guys. It's very important. Seek for advice. Don't just feel you know it all. Or maybe you find a coach to coach you guys. How can you better your marriage? Because I'm telling you, education is key. Because sometimes our people perish because of lack of knowledge. That's how the Bible says, when you don't have knowledge, you perish. And you feel you can't ask because you're ashamed to ask. If I do ask my friend, they'll go and talk about me. It's not about talking about anybody else. It's about saving your life. Because marriage is a lifetime thing. So before you get into it, make sure you seek for help everywhere you can be able to seek for help. And I'm telling you, it will be the best thing you ever decided in your life to do. Because it's sweet. When marriage works, it's very sweet. Let me tell you, it's not going to be as easy maybe as you think it is. You have to work on the marriage. Like I always tell people, it doesn't just come in a daytime. People who've been married for 15, 20 years, they've worked hard. 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, they had their own differences, and they still do. So don't feel that it's going to be it's going to be a rosy platter. No. There's going to come some moment where you have to stand firm and make sure you stand for that marriage. But in the meantime, do your part before you enter into it. Donc, comme je disais auparavant, en anglais, comme je disais, le mariage, c'est pas quelque chose qui vient sur un plateau, en tout cas d'or. Tu dois travailler pour avoir cela. Donc, avant d'entrer dans le mariage, il faut t'assurer que tu as posé toutes les questions et tu as travaillé sur tous les bouts. Tu me dis qu'on s'est marié depuis 20 ans ou bien depuis 10 ans on est marié. Donc, qu'est-ce qu'on fait alors? Il n'est jamais trop tard. Allez-y quelque part. Prenez un petit vacances de 2 ou 3 jours. Asseyez-vous et discutez. Ah, comment on peut faire? Chérie, on a fait 10 enfants déjà. Asseyons-nous et parlons de comment on peut régler ces mariages-là. Le fait de vouloir divorcer, ce n'est même pas la question de jour. Ce n'est pas l'option divorce. Non. Comment on peut régler cette affaire pour qu'on puisse vraiment améliorer nos mariages? C'est encore possible. Mais nous devons travailler. Nous devons nourrir nos mariages pour que ça puisse en tout cas aboutir à ce que nous voulons. Nos enfants nous regardent. Le monde nous regarde. Le voisinage nous regarde. Nous sommes les âmes du monde. Comment on peut régler cette affaire-là? Et je t'assure, c'est possible encore. Ne dis pas que je vais partir parce qu'il n'a pas envie de m'écouter. Depuis 10 ans, on est marié, il n'a aucune vision. C'est moi qui donne tout à la maison. C'est moi qui paye les factures. C'est moi qui fais ceci. Ok, vous êtes déjà dedans. Comment améliorer ce genre de choses-là? Parler, la communication, c'est très important. Tu dois parler, mais le temps aussi, c'est important, ma soeur. Il ne faut pas commencer à crier sur le monsieur. Là, il va commencer. Ce monsieur, déjà, il est frustré. Tu as une maîtrise, tu as un doctorat. Lui, il a BPC. Et tu cries sur lui. Tout ce qu'il va te dire que tu n'es pas une femme soumise. Je t'assure. Donc, il faut savoir comment le parler et à quand et quel moment. C'est très important. So, like I was saying, I say you have to work on your marriage. But you have to know how to work on it too. Because a lot of times, women will have a different way of approaching situations, especially women who don't have culture. Nowadays, culture has become something like, oh, no, we don't have this. I would say like I feel like I want to say it. No. If you want to tell a man how to go back to school, maybe you guys are already married and things are not working. Or see how maybe you need to go back to school and get a degree. Know how to say it. Know when and why. Make sure your tone of voice is very important. Most men are already frustrated because they know you already have that level of education. And they already, so some of them have complex. So when you're approaching them to tell them how to go back to school, say it in a very nice tone. That's the reason why a lot of people are having issues today. And some of them are even killing each other. They feel that they have done all the sacrifices and things are not going their way anymore. And so they get so angry until they kill. Know how to converse with your partner who you already married to before. But those who are not married, you still have the chance. Ask the questions. Don't just fly into the marriage when you see your man. He's good looking, he's tall, he's handsome, he's looking fair color, and then you go and jump into a marriage, and then at the end of the day, you start to regret. Make sure you know what you're going into. So it's always a pleasure. I want to stay here forever, but I know a lot of people have stuff to do. Know how to choose your partner. It's very important. And if you already chose that partner, divorce is not an option. It's not about getting away. It's about working on the marriage. How do you work on it? It's about talking, communicating. Know that the person can still make it. If you want that person to make sure they go to school, say in a very proper way. Honey, you have to go back to school. The kids are growing. We need you as the head of the home to make sure you represent us very well. Make sure you say in a proper way. So that maybe you say, okay, I've been saying it for a year, but he's not listening. Like I said earlier, find a counselor. Find somebody your husband, your spouse is afraid of. Because there's somebody who can talk to your spouse and they can be able to listen. Like I said in one of my videos, if you're married to a woman or a man who does not have anybody that they can look up to, that can tell them, sit and they say, you are married to the wrong person. Somebody who does not submit to anybody else is difficult. Because a man who does not have one or two persons that he can to be able to listen to is dangerous. Even the woman herself, that nobody can tell her what you're doing is wrong and she will have to listen. Then you guys have a long way to go. Every woman on the earth needs somebody who will mentor them. Even if you're in your 50s or in your 60s, there's somebody who can call you and say, hey, Nora, what you are doing is not right. You have to sit down and think about it and say, okay, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. It must happen, even at my age. Somebody has to talk to you. You have to listen. So if your husband is not in that state to listen, start praying for him. Or start praying for your spouse, that woman. Because they have to have somebody who they can listen to. So seek for a counsel. Go somewhere and find somebody who can counsel and guide you guys on how to work your marriage out. So that you won't die before your time. I'm telling you the truth. People are dying everywhere from arguments and frustrations. A lot is going on. When you turn on the news, is what you see every day. Oh, this man just killed his wife because he was angry with her. Why? Because something went wrong. The woman feels not compatible anymore. She having her friends out there, and the man is getting jealous and angry, and he takes his gun and shoot her. And it's over. He get into trouble. He's going to jail. Some of them even end up killing themselves too. We don't want to get to that level, so we have to keep saying it out, talking about it. We always come on here and say what we have to say and make sure we educate people on how they can be able to find their way out there. So I have said we just took from topic to topic all over the place and make sure we put them together. It was not a special topic today. We're talking how to choose your life partner if you're already married, on how to handle your marriage and how to work it out, how to be a spouse who educate himself. It was just topic all over the place. But I know somebody just did learn something from what we just said. So to conclude, make sure if you want to get married, work on yourself. That's the conclusion. Do not think you're going to get married to one girl in Africa and then you feel that you know more than her. No. Or maybe she's in Asia or in Australia. The man you're trying to get married to, he himself is working on himself too. So work on yourself. Educate yourself. Make yourself better. So that when you get into that marriage, you can have your own input too. You want to be able to express yourself when you get into that marriage. Don't just go there and say, okay, it doesn't really matter. It does. Work on yourself. Go to school. Learn what you can learn. Okay, somebody will say, it's not about education that people get married. Yeah, all of this is very important right now. We're in the 21st century where even the kids that are growing up from the past 20 years ago, you have to educate yourself. Because all of them are going to school. All of them are learning. There's so much technology. You're not going to get married to one lady who is not going to even know how to open a computer and know how to even log on it. So they will start to find something else somewhere. Oh, that lady, she's not my tell. And then they say, oh, she's not submissive. At the time, the woman is kind of like trying to discover herself. Submissive is not even in the question anymore. So I am urging you guys to work on yourself. Do not get married because you want to get married. Work on yourself. Put yourself together. Make sure you learn what you can learn. Thank God for Google. Go on there. Do research. How can you better yourself before you get into that marriage? If you're already in the marriage, keep working. It's not late to go to school. Maybe you say, oh, I'm in my 40s, I'm in my 50s. Go to school. Even in your 60s, go back to school. Educate yourself. Better yourself. So that when you come out, you can be able to know who you are. It's not only because of the spouse that you have, but you feel good in yourself that you went to school and you are proud of who you have become. Because you can only give what you got. You cannot give what you don't have. So thank you for coming on this afternoon. I know it has been such a... Everybody's kind of trying to figure out, what can I do then? Yeah. Go to school, better yourself. Don't ever think that the person you're getting married to is now too educated to know what you have in plans. They already know what's happening. Some of them will just behave as though they are blind. But after a couple of years, they will come back and start to just get back at you. And at the time, it's too late. And before you find out you're getting into trouble because maybe you are angry and you're going to get back by killing them. Or maybe you're getting angry and calling the police on them one of these days. Or maybe you're walking away from the marriage. Don't do that. Work on yourself. Make sure you better your life. Make sure you learn what you can learn. Even if you're in the deepest, remotest village of the world, there is still education somewhere. We have a culture that teaches you how to get married to a man or a woman. Learn those cultures. Go to school. There are online schools everywhere. While you're staying home, learn to be a better you. And I'm telling you, you will not regret it. It has been such a pleasure being here this afternoon. And if you know you are enjoying all of these teachings, just go on, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check on our different social media platform. Go on our website. Look for us. We are available to coach also. We coach and we get paid for it. So if you have any area where you want to get coaching or you got a family who need coaching, contact us. Our email is nora@womenofvalue.net and our website is womenofvalue.net. And we have an Instagram page. We have our Women of Value page. We have all of those pages. Contact us. Our number is 713-584-9673. We are available 24/7. Call us. Seek advice. We can take you to all of the different therapists you want to go and see you. We can make sure it works. Even spiritual counseling, which is one of the better ones, we can also give you those counseling too. Because I'm telling you, this is not the time to say, I'm going to walk away. I can't handle this anymore. I'm getting angry. I'm going to kill that person. I'm going to make sure, if they don't listen to me, I'm going to make sure I destroy their life and destroy my own. You will not destroy yourself. It is not worth it at all. No matter what you are sowing into a person's life, it's not what you're killing the person. It's not. Just let it be. Work on yourself. Because let me tell you, if you better yourself, or you're going to speak on you more tomorrow than letting the person die and you kill yourself also. Better yourself up. Work on yourself. Know how to choose your spouse. If you're already in the marriage, do not walk away. Make sure you work on our marriage and let it work. I know sometimes it's difficult. After 20, 25 years, nothing is going on. You've been talking for 25 years, nothing is working. It's still workable. Nurture it. Try to find new strategies, new way of making things to come back to life. Speak life. And I can assure you it's going to come to pass. It will get better. Donc, pour conclure, pour ceux qui parlent français, je disais tout ce que j'ai dit tout à l'heure, c'est ça. Il ne faut jamais te décourager. Si tu es déjà dans le mariage et rien n'est en train de vraiment marcher pour toi, ne partez pas. Travaille le mariage, nourris ce mariage-là. Et travaille sur toi-même. Va à l'école. Ne dis pas que l'école ne veut rien. Non, non, c'est très important. En tout cas, acquérir l'éducation où tu peux avoir. Les diplômes par-ci, les diplômes par-là. En tout cas, tous les bouts, mets-les ensemble. Parce que quand tu vas finir de travailler sur toi, épouser un homme ou une femme, c'est très facile pour toi. Même si le gars a, en tout cas, doctorat. Parce que toi aussi, tu as un niveau d'éducation. Pour toi-même, tu es fier de qui tu es. Quand tu t'assois ou tu t'assieds avec lui, vous parlez des mêmes choses. Vous avez le même langage. Donc, je t'en supplie, ne dis pas que je vais le divorcer parce que, en tout cas, je ne le comprends pas. Il y a un niveau de maîtrise. Lui, il a BPC. Non. En tout cas, pousse-le à aller à l'école. Si vous êtes déjà marié, ça fait déjà 10 ans, 20 ans. Ce n'est pas le temps de dire que je vais le divorcer. En tout cas, c'est le temps de s'asseoir. Les enfants sont déjà grands. Parlez entre vous deux. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire, chérie? Les enfants sont déjà grands. Travaillons sur nous-mêmes. En tout cas, la manière dont tu vas parler, le monsieur, même si c'est en tout cas heureuse pour aller à l'école, ou la femme qui est heureuse pour aller à l'école. La solution, ce n'est pas le tuer ou bien la tuer. Parce qu'on voit dans ce temps-ci que les gens se tuent, entretuent. Parce qu'ils se disent que la femme n'écoute pas, monsieur n'écoute pas, donc il va prendre pistolet pour tuer la femme ou pour tuer le monsieur. Ça ne marche pas. Parce que ça ne sert à rien. Il y a une génération qui nous régale, en tout cas, qui veut un exemple que nous allons en tout cas donner comme les personnes. Donc nous devons en tout cas travailler sur nos vies et toutes nos manières de se comporter parce qu'ils nous regardent, les enfants qui nous sont derrière nous. Ne dis pas que éducation ne veut rien dire dans le mariage. Ça veut dire beaucoup de choses. Depuis 20 ans de cela, mariage actuellement, ce n'est pas parce qu'on est amoureux de quelqu'un. C'est important. Moi, je suis d'accord pour ça. On peut tomber amoureux, mais il y a des choses qui sont importantes que nous devons en tout cas appliquer dedans. À l'école, l'argent, avoir une maison, tout ça là inclus pour faire le mariage heureux. Donc, il faut t'assurer de, en tout cas, travailler. Il ne faut pas être pressé pour aller te marier parce que tu as 30 ans. Oui, je suis d'accord. Parce que 30 ans, tu es déjà inquiet. Mais travaille sur toi pendant que tu as 17 ans, 18 ans. Là, tu as 30 ans, tu es déjà prêt. Cherche-toi un boulot. En tout cas, va à l'école. En tout cas, travaille sur toi pour que tu sois quelqu'un qui est meilleur. Mais quand on te regarde, on dit que cette soeur-là, elle est prête pour le mariage. Dans tous les cours. Que ça soit, en tout cas, si tu veux aller apprendre à la cuisine, allez, vas-y, prends. Si tu vas aller apprendre à faire couture, faire la couture. Si tu es un designer, fais le meilleur de toi pour que demain, quand tu t'assois, les gens disent qu'elle est le meilleur couturier. Elle gagne tes millions dans la mois. En tout cas, et puis, aller au profond de ce que tu veux faire. Il ne faut pas avoir seulement BPC dans la couture. Il faut aller jusqu'à un doctorat dans la couture. Il faut aller jusqu'au-delà, où il y a des gens font les designs partout. Cherche les nouvelles manières. Comment ça se passe dans le 21e siècle? La couture, de haute couture. Ne reste pas dans la couture où on fait et puis on gagne seulement $1 ou bien $2. Non. Faut aller jusqu'au bout, où les stars sont arrivés à aller jusqu'au là. Faut pas te minimiser. Parce que Dieu va te donner un homme qui peut-être est un haut couturier, qui fait la couture, qui est un designer, et puis tu vas aller le rencontrer, tu es encore en bas là-bas. Tu entends et apprends. Et puis après 1 an, 2 ans, il est fatigué parce que lui, il n'a pas envie de perdre son temps avec quelqu'un qui n'est pas à son niveau. Donc, en tout cas, c'est tout pour aujourd'hui. Merci d'être venu. Si tu as des questions à nous poser, écris ça dans les questions. Si tu veux nous écrire, écrivez-nous. En tout cas, c'est @noha-femme-de-valeur.net. C'est en anglais, malheureusement. Et si tu as des questions, tu veux être coaché, on est payé pour ça. Tu peux être partout et puis nous payer et puis on peut te coacher. Si c'est pour le mariage, c'est pour la famille, c'est pour tout ce que tu veux. En tout cas, cherche-toi à... Il faut chercher les gens pour t'aider. Si tu as une difficulté que tu ne peux pas, en tout cas, t'en sortir, tu veux l'aide, il faut chercher aide. Ne dis pas que j'ai honte de demander à quelqu'un de m'aider. Si c'est en tout cas, c'est les conseils religieux, les conseils, en tout cas, peu importe où tu peux trouver les conseils. Si tu peux paye même pour être conseiller pour que tu puisses savoir comment, en tout cas, gérer ta vie. C'est très important. Parce que sinon, tu finis par commettre des erreurs et puis après ta vie, en tout cas, tu finis par être dans les dépressions, en tout cas, les stress, et tu finis par prendre ta propre vie. Ce n'est pas ton cas, en tout cas. Donc, merci d'être venu, ça fait plaisir. C'est pas facile à faire dans les deux langues, mais en tout cas, à cause de vous, je vous aime de tout mon cœur. Also, like I was saying, I love you guys. Thank you for coming on, and I'll see you on Tuesday for our midday prayer. And I am so super excited. This is our last Tuesday, is the 30th of June, and we have every reason to just thank God. So on Tuesday, May is going to be our Thanksgiving prayer. Come on there. Come with a happy heart already prepared because we have a lot of things, good things coming on that day. See you on Tuesday. See you on Friday night. God has been so good. And so just if you have a sister who's going through struggling in her marriage, be someone who can give her encouraging words. Don't tell her, oh, go and get divorced. You walk away. No. It's time to encourage somebody. Let their life become better. Be a light to that person. Give them an encouraging word. Even if they're feeling down and discouraged, I know through your words you give them, they're going to be lifted up and they can put the pieces back together again. So thank you for coming. Happy, blessed new week. Enjoy your family for those who are married, for those who are single. Enjoy yourself. Make sure you create your own happiness in your little world. And make sure you have all of the ample time. Sleep well, exercise well, eat healthy, and put yourself together. So that next week when we'll come back over here, we're going to continue talking about how to choose your partner. And you're already married, how to kind of walk and be happy in your marriage. We're going to be talking about all of those, maybe through exercising, through changing your way of behaving in the house, how to carry yourself as a wife or as a young lady. All of those we'll be discussing on this platform. Thank you so much for coming. Put your questions in there. If you have questions, give us suggestions what you want us to do. Just write them in the comment box and we are available to just do what you want us to do. Thank you. It's a pleasure. Love you guys. It's always a pleasure. Bye. Have a blessed new week.